I'm the Rules Girl, and this is Quadropolis, a tile-laying city-building game for 2 to 4 players. In Quadropolis, players are mayors, sending their architects to build the most prosperous city possible. The goal of the game is to win, and you win by having the most victory points, earned from buildings in all sorts of unique ways. In this video, we'll explain the Classic mode. If you've already mastered Classic and want to tackle Expert mode, watch part 2. The game is played over 4 rounds, and each round you'll have 4 turns. On your turn, you'll choose a building, place it in your city, and collect resources from the building, if applicable. To select a building, choose one of your architects, then place it on the edge of any line or column in the construction site. Your architect cannot be placed over another architect and cannot be pointed at this pawn, the urbanist. Look at the number on the architect you chose, count that many squares away, and take that building, moving the urbanist to that square. Now place that building in your city in a row or column that matches the building architect's number. If the building is a tower block, you can also build a second, third, or fourth floor of that building if you used architect 2, 3, or 4, respectively. After placing your building, collect inhabitants or energy shown in the upper left of that tile. Inhabitants and energy are used to activate tiles with an activation cost. Be careful, if you don't have enough resources to power up a tile by the end of the game, that tile won't be worth any points. As you earn resources, it might be helpful to place them on tiles you need to activate. One yellow tile has a green pawn on it. When you build this tile, take the green mayor pawn, allowing you to go first next round. If there is no legal place for your building, or if you just don't want to place it, you may simply discard it. You won't collect the resources on the card. It's now the player to your left's turn. This continues until each player has used all 4 of their architects, after which the next round will begin with a brand new set of tiles in the construction site, and your 4 architects ready to work again. After 4 rounds, that's the game. Players pay the activation cost of their tiles, destroying tiles they don't have the resources for. Stackable tiles only require the cost of their highest floor. Tower blocks earn more points the taller they are, so this 2-story tower is worth 3 points. The deactivated tower would have been worth 1 point if it was powered. Parks earn points for adjacent tower blocks, so this park would be worth 2 points. Diagonals don't count. It would have been worth 4 had the deactivated tower been powered. Shops can welcome up to 4 inhabitants, earning points for each one. This shop with 4 inhabitants is worth 7 points. Factories earn 2 points for each adjacent shop and 3 points for each adjacent harbor. Again, diagonals don't count. Public services sometimes have points printed on them and give you points for each district of your city they can be found in. A city with public services in all 4 districts gets 14 victory points, plus any points printed on the tiles. And finally, harbors also have points printed on them and score points for the longest row and longest column of harbors in your city. These 2 harbors earn their printed value of 2 each. This row of 3 harbors earns 7 points, and this column of 4 harbors earns 12. Every inhabitant and energy you don't use for activation or scoring loses you 1 point. If you have any excess energy, parks with this symbol can consume 1, so you don't lose a point. The player with the most victory points wins the game. Ready to play? Give each player their city mat and 4 architects. To set up round 1, remove all the expert tiles and shuffle the rest of the round 1 tiles together, placing them on the construction site face down. Now flip them over, leaving the 3 and 4 player tiles face down if you don't have that many players. When it's time to set up future rounds, follow this process again with the next round's tiles. For round 1, choose a player to go first however you see fit, giving them the green mayor pawn. Once you've mastered Classic Quadropolis, watch part 2 to learn how to play Expert mode, a tougher version that adds new tiles and a more complicated mat. If you're looking for another tile-laying city game, try Suburbia. If you're looking for more ultra-concise rules explanations, consider subscribing to the Rules Girl.